So I found a hobby shop in my area out in Portland that has Gundams. They actually had a really good selection. They had the mega sized ones. They had the 144 ones, the 100 scales. You know, they all vary in different scales. I think this one is the 5-inch, 6-inch range. So definitely looking forward to getting back into Gundam, even though when I started at the time I only built 2 of them. I think I still have the one. I have to find it, but that's when they were they had these in retail and stuff, and they had commercials for them. But I'll let you know the progress on how long this one takes. Depending on how quick you are or how much time you're gonna put in, you got so many parts to assemble. Just imagine what the bigger scale ones look like. Alright, here we go. Time for our Super Sunday showcase figure. So we got the Figma Arts Samus figure from the Metroid game. Now I gotta give a huge shout out to my man Rick Dominguez. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. Sorry man if I butchered it, but you know how it is. But my man was able to cop a couple of these for a few people in the community. Now when the pre-order first came out for this, I totally missed it. You know, I just one of those things that went on sale and then went fast. And Big Bad Toy Store again had another pre-order, so he had sent me the link for it, but by the time I woke up, it already sold out. But he had grabbed a couple of them, so big thank you to that, man. I would not have been able to get this figure, and this figure is going for a pretty penny online now. It runs about, what do you say, $68. So it's an expensive figure, but you know, it's one of those things where you get a lot for your money. You can see all the special things you can do with this figure. So I'm definitely looking forward to cracking this open. See, the box art is real nice. Figure's packaged real cool. It's another side profile of the figure. Damn, enough waiting. So here we got the Samus figure, still in the box, just a clamshell part. It's taken off. See, all it comes with: the figure herself, the morph ball, an interchangeable part, or I think it's just an attachment to the gun to create the blast effect or whatnot. And here goes the actual blast effects themselves. You see, this one has the double, and this one the single blast. It's got a baggie of some sort, I guess, to store your parts. That's cool. And then it does come with a stand and some interchangeable hands. So here is the base stand itself. Very nice to include that. I mean, like I said, more for your money. That's what you want. That is definitely what you want, especially for some expensive figures. And also there's like I said, the interchangeable hands, and it even comes with this nice holding station for your figures. Now who does that? I mean, nobody provides you with that. That is something cool. That's somebody really thinking outside the box. I mean, you gotta love that. But now let's get her cracked open. From head to toe, this is such a remarkable, beautifully done figure. From all the accessories you get a nice base stand for it. The morph ball was included. I mean, this right here is a work of art. Alright, let's get into the articulation real quick, because you know, with ACBA artists, we like articulation. So the Samus figure has a little bit head movement up and down, which you're not going to get too much. I mean, seeing how she is in, you know, fully encased in armor. But other than that, it does really well. Shoulder articulation, because of these huge shoulder pads, it winds up going right about to here. But there still is some freedom in the arm. But you can, however, rotate all the way up. It's got a single joint at the elbow. And of course, this is the gun hand, so you don't have a hand for it. But you do got interchangeable parts, what we'll get to later. It does have a nice diaphragm joint, so you can have that ab crunch movement side to side. No waist swivel, but it's all in this joint right here. You got up and down at the leg. Really good movement. Can't go out too far because it's hindered right about there. You got a single jointed knee, which goes back very far, so it actually works as a double jointed knee at some, in some cases. Got good ankle movement up and down, ankle pivot, of course, and you even got toe articulation. Same thing with the other side. So this figure is super articulated. You can get her in some really crazy poses. So you do something like that, and of course, with the included with the base stand, I mean, you can really do some crazy poses with this figure. Look at that. This thing is a beautifully done figure. Now, you do have, like I said, right here, how you have the single shot. This is removable, just like that. Now, what I found out was this attachment right here, you plug this one in, and there's really only one way to put this in. See that little tab right in there, which lines up with that tab right there, and just slide it in. Now, what that represents is the charge, where she charges up her weapon, and that's how you fire off the bigger blast. Which the blast effect is really cool. They've done a remarkable job with that. So you see, that's just charging it up and firing out. And then what you would do is go back, plug that one in. Oops, once again, there's only one way it can go in. And then you get your, single shot. I mean, that's really cool. And you can see the whole effect, how it explodes out. Nicely done. You do got to mess with it a little bit. And of course, you got, like I said, other hand attachments. You got kind of the runner pose, the open hand, which you see in the box. This is kind of like how she holds the gun like that, for that kind of dynamic pose. The thumbs up and the fist. So we'll get her in a few of these poses real quick. So quite simply, an amazing, beautifully created figure. Let's get a look at some detail real quick up close. See, the visor has that nice green, yellowish tint to it. You can see right there. It looks like they got the oxygen mask and all that. It's just all around cool detail. From head to toe. The blaster is really nice. And then you can see the back of the figure. It's got kind of that, I think it's a jetpack. Can't remember too well. All around dopeness. I didn't mention before, I just found this out. It has articulation right there. It swivels at the knee. So it doesn't have, it has minimum swivel right there at the hip, but that, goes for that rotation there. That's a nice effect right there. And then also this other interchangeable hand has an open hand, so I'm not too sure what you would use to hold that, but I'm pretty sure you can find something in your collection to use. But yeah, all around nice. Even the morph ball is done very well. You remember in the game when she morphs into that, and she can use that to drop bombs. That was kind of cool. But yeah, this is definitely, if you're into the Japanese figures, this really is a must-own figure. Especially if you're going to start like a video game collection. That would be something special right there. We also have Link that's coming out later this year, which I'm really looking forward to that. Like I told my man Rick, we just need an articulated Mario, and we'll be almost set. So definitely pick up this figure. It is well worth it. Like I said, it's got articulation, check. Sculpt, check. Paint apps, check. Fun factor, accessories, check. So this figure right here gets
crispy.
Alright, so here's a real quick update on the Gundam I'm working on. Just about, I would say 100% of the body is complete. Just gotta add, well, 90%. Gotta add more stickers and stuff and put on the rest of these weapons. Attach more weapons, and then we will be finished. So just got one half of the booklet left. There's a lot of instructions. But like I said, it's a little time consuming, but it's been fun putting this thing together. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking really good. Alright, let's have a quick look at the Play Arts Kratos figure. I know a few people have been asking about this figure. I purchased this one at San Diego Comic-Con. Now the Play Arts area, of course they have their exclusive, you know, the black Batman. You know, there's a black and white version, but I didn't really care for that one too much, so my boy got me the Ryan Wright, he got me the armored one, and then I just had that itch to pick up Kratos. I mean, I've been wanting to get this figure for a minute now. Huge fan of God of War, the whole franchise itself. I mean, why not? Why not get Kratos? I mean, you cannot go wrong with that kind of character. But these figures have really blown up in the last couple years. Actually, finally for the first time, actually paid attention to those Halo figures. And those Halo figures are really badass. The armor on them is just really shiny, but enough of that. Alright, let's get into Kratos real quick now. These figures run around $60. I think the Halo figures are a little more. I'm not 100% sure. But now there is some down to the Play Arts line. A few cats I know who have the Street Fighter ones, they say the Ryu or the Chun-Li, they break pretty easily, but it's just a couple, and it's only, from what I heard, happened to those figures. Now I haven't heard anything yet on the Kratos or the Batman figures, but so far they're solid. But the detail on these figures is very, very impressive. You see he's got a good likeness to Kratos. I mean, all around you can see his armor is solid. You got the veins, the chains around his arms. You see these are the blades of exile. I mean, look at that detail on them. That is really clean. See the whole look of the blades. You got these chains on. The chains were a pain in the ass to put on. I mean, you had to put the one little part in the small little hole. And it was just a pain in the ass to get through there. But you see all the shading on them is really done well. The muscle detail on the legs, very, very nice. See if we can get a. Oh, there goes some toes. Got some dirty ass feet. But of course his feet would be all dirty, even stomping on people's heads. I mean, everything on this thing is spot on. Very, very nice. A lot of shading, a lot of paint work. Sculpting is fabulous. Very, very nice. This figure does come with 2 interchangeable hands. So you got the open hand, of course the other one, and the claws of Hades. So that's a nice little addition. And you have this little tab right here, and you can place it right there on his back. But we're not gonna do that right now. But like you say, look at the definition on his back. I mean, Kratos is ripped. I think my one biggest complaint I have is with the facial expression. Now, if you play God of War, you know he's a pissed off Spartan. So I don't think they captured his look, but I like Kratos, so he has that really pissed off, angry face. I mean, the only other person that can come close to his rage is probably the Hulk. I mean, but other than that, you know, that I just really would like to have seen a better facial expression, but nonetheless, very nice figure. Let me take this off real quick. You can see, whoop, came right off. So you can see the chain, it's wrapped on him pretty good. It's nice. And these things pop off pretty good, so you don't have to really fight with them too much. But we'll get into the articulation now. He has this extra joint right here in the neck, which allows just a little bit extra. See, he's got good up and down on the head movement. You can look up pretty good, look down, side to side. He's got that kind of funny nod. Shoulder works really good. The joints are a little stiff, so you got to kind of work with them for a minute. Bicep swivel. Got a single jointed elbow, which folds pretty good. Got wrist articulation. It's got a diaphragm joint and waist swivel, so that's a plus right there. It's got leg movement front and back. Can go out pretty good. It's kind of hindered by his fit. His arms just keep falling off like crazy. Now he's got a swivel right there. Now he does have double jointed knees. Now this is a problem which a lot of people have expressed about Play Arts, is when you start to fold their knees, it just gets that unrealistic look. Now I'm not a big fan of that at all. You know, I just don't think it looks natural, but you know, you gotta take it for what it is. They're very stiff, but when you see it, when it's folded like that, it looks really realistic. I mean, it looks just like, you know, a kneecap would look. But yeah, I don't like that look when you start bending them. Oh, it just looks weird. The Batman hides it pretty well because it's costume, but everybody else, it doesn't work. Let's see, there's no shin rotation. Nope, none. Does got good ankle articulation, but no ankle pivot. So other than that, I absolutely like this figure a lot. Damn, hands just won't stay in. Like I said, great likeness to Kratos. The only thing I really don't like is the facial expression and the knees, but other than that, this is a very, very solid figure. If you're thinking about getting into Play Arts, I definitely would start out with one of these guys. You know, just to have fun with it, test out the articulation, see how you like it. But you really can't go wrong with this figure. Very, very good figure. Alright, so officially my return to Gundam has started. Got the fever really bad for these damn figures. Definitely really fun putting it together. They are time consuming. That's the one thing with these figures now. You have to build them all from scratch, and there's a lot of components to them, but you know, it's real simple. It's just like I said, the hardest thing is the time. You know, that's the one thing. I mean, there's a lot of Gundam fans out there that know, and I've been looking online, a lot of good collections, but I mean, just look at the design of these things. And you get some bright, vibrant colors all around them. Got weapons. This one right here himself, he's got a ton of extra weapons. He's got a big old cannon that you assemble. Nice, you know, gun. Actual mace ball. That's mad cool. Another hand. There's a fist actually. And this clip right here, you just clip this on his back, and you'll clip the gun on there as well, so he can hold it on his back. I mean, there's a lot of different display options you can do. Of course, he's got his saber. That's nice. And then he's got the shield. Now, all this stuff is removable as well. Let me just do that real quick. You just pop off that. You see the whole back side right here. It's all articulated. You can maneuver them anyway, and they pop off like easy. Let's take this one off. So you just take the whole back off. And you see you just got your basic Gundam figure. And these things are super articulated. It's got up and down on the head movement, side to side, shoulders rotate. It can go this far out, but because it's this little piece right here, it hinders the articulation a little bit, but that is, it can move too, so you can get a little more. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, wrist articulation. It's got a waist swivel and a little articulation there. Go up and down on the legs, front, back. Single jointed knee, and our ankle is super articulated, and it's got pivot. So you can do a lot with these figures. These, like I said, the joints are removable, so you can just pop them off. You can see like some battle damage. So like I said, different display options. That's what these figures are all about. You can get them in some cool poses. Let's see. Yeah, we'll do it later. But these are definitely fun to do. Now, what I need to do is grab some of the accessory kits, the markers and stuff, because you can clean up the edges. Like, you can't see them on here, but when you take them out of there, they're called runners, I guess. You'll have some scrapes and nicks here and there, but these markers are designed for Gundams, and you see they have these elaborate colors on them. So you take the marker and, you know, mark off the spots. Like I said, you can't see it on the camera, but I know where they're at. But yeah, these figures are really fun to mess with, and definitely looking to cop some more. Alright, late night haul. Went into Walmart. Did not find really what I was looking for. Just found something else that I was looking for a minute. Looks like they restocked on some Legends. The first go around. Get out of there. So we finally got the blue Ghost Rider mock. Of course, I have this guy already open, but needed one for the mock wall. And another Thor. I've not seen a Thor in retail since I bought the first one. So that's cool. So now I just need the regular Steve Rogers. So gotta throw these up on the wall. Gotta be quiet, everyone's sleeping. Alright, so finding these two figures, and then also found the next day regular Steve Rogers. So I am officially done with the mock collection of Wave 1. Got them all right there. I would change, put those two up there, or these three up there instead of those, but they're already up there. I ain't gonna mess with it. But I actually do really like the Wave 1, or I should say the new Legends box, way better than I ever did the Toy Biz ones. You know, there's more, you know, artwork in them, more style. Maybe it makes you feel like a real, you know, true figure, you know, in this box. The Toy Biz style, I didn't really care for that, the box work on it. But these ones have, like I said, a lot more style. You see the comic artwork. And then Wave 3, I'm really gonna, you know, get those because I like Clayton Crane, his artwork, way better than any of these guys. So I'm looking forward to that. But what's funny, as soon as I found this store, the very next day, I won the 9th, what is it, the Ian's raffle. I think he goes by the 9th Wonder. I'll link his channel in there, but I won his raffle for a Thor. So, you know, what are you gonna do? So I definitely appreciate that. So I have like 3 Thors now. 2 of this one, and then actually I have 3. I have 2 mock ones, 1 open, and then the San Diego Comic-Con one. But I do still have a spot for that big time Spider-Man if I ever find it, and then another mass docking I need to get, so that will complete Wave 2 mock. Yep, it's a crazy collection, but that's just how we do it. Checking out some YouTube stuff. If you have not gotten a chance to see this yet, you have got to. My man Warwick killed it with this custom Venom Galactus. This thing is truly amazing. Look at that work. God damn, that's badass. Oh, I would have never thought anybody would ever make this Man, this is cool. Definitely check out this video. I'll link it in the description. This thing is a work of art. Beautiful job, work. Beautiful job. Alright guys, thanks again for tuning in to Super Sunday. We'll be back next week. I think next week we're going to showcase the Play Arts Batman. I know I didn't get around to it this week, but we'll do that. And of course we're going to give our opinion on the new Ninja Turtle figures coming out. I've been able to cop a few of them, so we got something to look forward to next week for sure. But again, make sure you subscribe to us on the ACBA Facebook page. Come over, like us, and just have fun with it. So until then.
That's crispy.